of disciples of a rabbi, and they said, how do we live? How should we live righteously, Rabbi? And the rabbi says, well, live as if everything you do was seen by your neighbor. Live that way. And they answered, Rabbi, that's not right. That's not as righteous. We should be living as if God sees everything we do. And he answered, God already sees what you do, yet you do what you do anyway. Start living as if your neighbor saw it, and you'll start rising higher. See, most of us, that's the thing. We're more concerned about what people see than what God sees. Because God sees everything, but you never let other people see it. You never do it in front of other people, but you do it in front of God. Example, you're driving down Route 80, and all of a sudden you see a police car in back of you. And suddenly your foot magically comes back, and now you're doing the speed limit. Because you saw the policeman watching you, or you're one way when you're working on the job when your boss is there, and you're another way when your boss is not there. That's sin. That's sin. It says, do all things wholeheartedly to the Lord. All things. All things. We have the thing that says, what would Jesus do? Well, that's good. That's a good thing. It's a good standard. But how about what would Jesus say if he saw what I was doing? And he already does. He does. It's not hypothetical. He does. There's so many things are done because it's not in public. If things were in public, we would probably overcome that sin right away. But we're in the presence of God every moment. So when we do those things, it's like we're on Broadway. It's more important than Broadway. It's more big than Broadway because God is seeing it. Not only our actions, but also what's going on inside here. The Greek word speaks of inner things, what's done inner. We think thoughts are shielded. We can think whatever. We can go crazy. We can think, but it's two different realms. You tell somebody, oh, you look wonderful. Inside, you're saying, wow, she really let herself go. Now, I'm not saying you should tell the person she did that, but we are not always upfront. We're not always exactly what we're doing. Or you say, hey, I know exactly what you mean, brother. And you're inside, it's not only I don't know what you mean, I've been tuning you out for 20 minutes. I'm just not going to keep nodding like that. Or I'll pray for you, brother, and inside, you're not going to pray for them. I mean, you may, but you may not. If people could hear your thoughts, but Messiah already knows what you're thinking. He said to people, he said, why are you thinking this? Why are you thinking that? Now, that's when he was on earth. All the more now, to live if every secret came out and you're okay. I mean, you'd be okay because you're in the light. You get everything. Everything, bring it into the light. Whatever it is, bring it into the light. Let the light come in. Would you now, and if you're heading for heaven if you're born again, would you bring that sin into heaven? If not, let it go now. Does it have a place in heaven? No. The more you don't let it go, the more you don't get rid of it, the more you're not going to live the heavenly life now. Because if it doesn't go in heaven, you can't live a heavenly life. Remember the old movies, they're going for Dracula, and if the sun comes in, all of a sudden Dracula goes up. Well, that's it, because things can stay in the shadows, but let it in. Sometimes you're hiding things from God because you think, I got to keep it, hidden, that means you're not going to deal with it. God is not going to be shocked by anything you give him. He's been around a long time. So anything you have, he's not going to be shocked, but give it to God. Bring it into the light. Get everything into the light, and he'll deal with it. And the power will go. The power of that sin cannot withstand the light of God, or the mercy of God, the love of God, and the grace of God. Let the light shine into it. If what you are doing alone is not suitable for angels viewing it, don't do it. They used to have the family hour. This is suitable for children. May not be suitable. Is this suitable for angels? Well, they're watching. Then don't do it. Is it suitable for the eyes of Jesus, your Lord? If it's not, then it has no business. God has called us to something higher, called you for something higher. There is nothing in bring all things. What does it say in the Bible? Whatever it is, whatever it is, lift it up to God. Whatever it is, give it to God in thanksgiving, all things, and the peace of God is going to guard you. Whatever it is, the main thing is don't hold on to it, give it to God. Whatever it is, that's the whole point. Let your requests be known, but be honest to God. God can't do anything with a fake saint. You can't do anything if you're pretending to be someone you're not. But he can do a lot with a real sinner. Give it to God. It all belongs to him anyway. Your sins belong to him. He took it. Not just what is now, but even, there are things you may be living with in your life. It's a dark thing you're hiding, and it's from your past. And God is saying, I don't want you to be haunted by your past the rest of your life. I don't want you bound by your past. I don't want you living in guilt or regret the rest of your life. I don't want you living in fear of shame for what you did. Bring it to the Lord. Let him touch it. And it says he cleanses us from all sins, not some. And there's no shame after that. But be honest to God. And if the enemy comes up and accuses you, listen, that is the past. It is under the blood of Messiah. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to hide. Because the enemy always uses, if you have something to hide, he'll try to use that. But I have nothing. You say what you want. I was a sinner. I am, without God, I'm nothing. But with God, I'm a child of God. And I'm cleansed. And you have no right to condemn me. What God has approved. The light touching it.
To find out how you can